Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today we'll try to make the video short, and as usual when I say short it might go forever, but this time I'm trying my best. Before we start, I saw a comment made by a Muhammadan. And you know, the Muhammadan, they have one thing they are busy about. Numbers. Our friend here, I took a selfie for him, so smile. His name is Farid, and he said, Islam will be #1 religion in 2070. I'm not sure what now, why not now? My friend, there's nothing left of Islam. There is Muslims, but there is no Islam. It's gone from long time. And just to show you how silly the Muslims, when they speak about the religion, look like they keep saying to us, Muhammad is a false prophet, because it's your prophet who said that Islam starts as a small number and will go back as a small number. So either you are telling the truth, and then that's mean Muhammad is a liar, or Muhammad is saying the truth, and that's mean you are a stupid. So choose one. Islam starts as a small, and Islam will go back as a small. And actually Islam is already so small, there's no Muslims. Who is the Muslims? Muhammad, he said, if you listen to music, Allah will make you a pig and a monkey. All of you listen to music. Muhammad, he said, if you watch women dancing or singing, Allah will make you a pig and a monkey and make the mountains swallow you. All of you listen to music and dancing girls. Who of you don't wear American clothing, which Muhammad, he forbid you from doing? Which one of you he don't drink? Which one of you he don't eat food which should not eat? I mean, what? They are very silly people. The Quran says, chapter 5, verse 51, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. And all those who speak against us, they live in Western countries, and their ruler is a queen. She have a cross in the top of her crown. When the Quran forbid them from taking them as rulers or as a friends. So all of you are fake and nothing left of this cult. It was fake since the time of Muhammad, and it's demolished since long time ago. Long time ago. And I have a news for you. The Shia are coming to you, and they will take all over the Middle East. And all of you Muslim Sunni, get ready for Shiaism. Now, the story of today, a lady, she approached me. She already watched my videos for long, and she already left Islam. But she have a brother. He is very highly educated. And he stopped, like hardly he talked to her and her sister, because her sister lately, she became a Christian too. And she asked me if I can talk to him. And she said, finally, she made him agree to talk to me. But she said, please, I mean, he will not do it again. He promised. If you could not convince him, he will not do it again. And he told us, if he called me stupid, if he called me etc., if blah blah blah. I mean, like he gave her a list. So I said no problem. And he's an Arab. The family are Arab people, so we do not need to speak in English. And he, you know, he said we don't want to be recorded. It have to be private, not on air. I said sure, no problem. Then we start, you know, the conversation. And right away, he surprised me by saying to me, you have 5 minutes. Look, he did not tell his sister we have 5 minutes. But when we start the call, you know, he said to me, I will give you 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes is over, if you do not convince me, I will hang up. Now, how in the world you want to make somebody accept Islam is a stupid in 5 minutes? A grown man, he have a degrees, he is educated. He have a very good profession. 5 minutes. That's it. And he said, just tell me when you want to start, so I will start the clock. You know, 5 minutes. So I said to myself, what I would do 5 minutes? I mean, that's it. It's one shot. You know. So I said, okay. I'm going to show you something from the Quran. I said to him, start the clock. I will show you something from the Quran. How you explain the Quran? He said, my favorite scholar is Ibn Kathir. I said to him, who is the one you read to interpretation? He said, my favorite is Ibn Kathir. I said, wonderful. So I went to this verse. which we mentioned not long time ago. Chapter 34, verse number 14. And you know, for him, he did read it in Arabic, and he said, I saw this verse before, nothing wrong with it. He said, read it. Solomon, he died and he was dead on his chair for 1 year, and nobody noticed that he is dead. Until the termite, they ate his stick. He said, it doesn't say that. Where is the 1 year? I said, this is why I asked you which interpretation you like before we start, because I wasn't sure which verse I'm going to show you. And then I showed him Ibn Kathir. And I showed him, here we go. This is Ibn Kathir saying, and I made him read in Arabic. I'm showing you in English. Allah tell us how Sulaiman, etc., etc., he remained leaning on his stick, which he has, which his staff. Ibn Abbas, he said, etc. And then, because I was worried about that, I was skipping the sentence, exactly what I'm talking to you now, because you know I'm worried about the 5-minute time. He stayed like that for a long time, nearly a year, when the creature of the earth, which was kind of warm, ate it through his stick and became weak, and he fell into the ground. So I said, the guy, he was dead for a year. His wife come to him, nobody noticed that he's dead. His ministers come to him, nobody knows he's dead. The guy don't go to the bathroom. The guy he don't eat. The guy don't fart. The guy, his eyes don't blink. The guy he don't move his lips. The guy he don't move his fingers. And for a year, nobody noticed that he is dead. And I said to him, I'm done. Even the 5 minutes is not done. You tell me, what do you think? The guy, he went in silence. He said, give me a minute. And I'm waiting. His sister, she was like, she's talking to him, like whispering, showing him in the book. You know, he have the book. He have the book. You know, I gave him the link. You know, he's reading in Arabic. And I'm waiting. My 5 minutes is not over yet, but I mean, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to, if this is not enough to prove to you that Islam is stupid, but I would do more. But because I promised his sister I will not use the word stupid, etc., because he said if you do use those words, I will hang up. So I would say I'm waiting, you know. And then he said, this is stupid. He asked me not to use the word stupid. He put a condition before we talk that you shall not use, he shall not use the word stupid. If he used the word stupid, I will hang up. I will leave. I will not listen to him again. I'm warning you, sister. So sister, she said to me, please don't use the word stupid when you talk to him. Even if you are not talking about him, talking about the Quran or Hadith, don't say the word stupid. I said, okay, I will not. So he went in silence for a minute or two, and then he said, this is stupid. I said, remember, we should not use the word stupid. He said, yeah, we should not, but this is stupid, what I can say. I said, wonderful, so what do you say now? This is Quran saying to you that there is a God, his name is Allah. He put Sulaiman on the chair for a year, and nobody noticed that he is dead. Why? Because he died standing. Does it make a difference if you die standing or laying in your back? I mean, how people they knew you are dead or not? Is that because you are standing or no? If you don't talk, if you don't move, if you are cold, your body is cold, you know, your body will start decay anyway. So the stick was decayed before the body. And the purpose of that, as you see in screen, Allah don't want the genie that now he said it's stupid. So that the 5th time zone is broken. He's not counting time no more. So I said, okay, if Allah here it says Allah he don't want the genie to know that he is dead, can't Allah extend his life for 1 more year instead of making him stand on the stick? He said, yeah, I'm telling you this is stupid. I cannot say anything. I said, don't you wanna? He said, look, I'm not here to come in to argue. I told my sister, I'm not here to debate you. I will listen to you. And I agree, this is stupid. I said, so the 5 minutes is over. You made a promise. Either you agree with me that Islam is stupid, you know, which this is why you are calling either Islam is bad, which means stupid, a lie, or Islam is good and you stay as a Muslim. So what we should say? He went in a mute again and he said, can I read more? I said, sure, go ahead. And then he said, you know, actually when I was reading the story, I said to myself, this is garbage. So I have to agree with you. This is really stupid and I am not a Muslim no more. But he said, I need to read more. To be sure, I chose Ibn Kathir, but Ibn Kathir, maybe he's wrong. Maybe other tafsir is better. I said, forget about Ibn Kathir, read the Quran. The Quran in front of you. Who needed Ibn Kathir? The story in the Quran is very clear. We made him die until, and the jinn did nothing informed the jinn of his death, except the little worm of the earth. I said, how long it take the worm to eat a steak? So who need Ibn Kathir? It's in front of you. That's why I chose this verse, because they can play too much games with it. It's so clear. The guy, he said, you know, okay, you know what? He was really upset. You know, I hear his breathing. He said, you know what? Very disappointing. I thought my sister, she was being fooled. I stopped talking to her for a while. And my other sister, she followed her, so I was angry from her for making two sisters of mine leave Islam. Said, son, what you will do now? You are not a Muslim. Do you want to accept Christ? And then he said, no, I'm not going to accept Christ, because I need to study more. I'm not going to leave a stupid thing to join a stupid thing. I said, remember, you said you don't like to use stupid. He said, I don't mean bad thing, but maybe Christianity is a stupid too. I said, what about we have a conversation and see if it's stupid or not? So he promised that we will continue talking, you know. He need to read more. He wanna, like his sister, she will share the gospel with him, you know, she will show him. He will read more, he will do more research, and we will go back and talk again to talk about Christianity. But already he is out of Islam. So the funny in this story is that the person, he put conditions that I should not use the word stupid. And he is the one who used it as soon as he saw this verse. You tell me, if you are a Muslim watching this video, how in the world do you want to accept such a story? The Muslim who mentioned 2070, we are now in 2021. Do you accept this story? A Muslim here saying to us, read with me what Muslim they say. Look how silly their answers. Even he is using a bad language. I will put it in the screen, because those Muslims, they use this language based on anger. Based on anger. Why do you take some hadith out of context? I can take the donkey penis verse in the Bible as an example also, bro. Take it. Mr. Donkey Penis, your prophet, he spoke to his donkey, asking him if you like females, and look like your prophet donkey don't have penis, because he said no. I can show you the story, written by Ibn Kathir. Secondly, talking about the donkey with private part, you see, very silly people. The Bible is a book of God. In the same time, there is people talking there, and there is a prophet talking there, and there's kings talking there. So when talk about people having sin in extreme graphic language, it doesn't mean that there's people having sex with donkeys. However, I can show you a hadith where it says a woman, she can use a private part cut off from a donkey or an animal. Literally. I am not the one who's taking the stories out of context. You are a liar. I just showed you Ibn Kathir. Did I explain the verse for you? Is it me who explain it? What about you be a man and you give me a call and you give me the hadith in context? Can you do that? So look, we show them the story, we show them the Islamic interpretation, the Islamic understanding, and they accuse you that you are the one who given it different meaning. When you're a prophet, he says Islam will go small, he was small and will go back small. I am the one who is giving you the interpretation. No, I did not give interpretation. It's in front of you. Even this one need interpretation. So because they cannot answer and they cannot refute, they say you are taking things out of context. You show, give us, here we go. Tell me what interpretation you want, we will show you. Right? The Bible, not even the same hadith about Islam will become small. What? The Bible is not even the same. What is this? Somebody translate for me. Islam is dead from long time ago. When Muhammad he died, Abu Bakr he started the war of Murtad, apostate war, because nobody is convinced with Islam. And now the more freedom come, the more people they are leaving Islam. Right now, actually, we can go as a Christians to Mecca, see what the Crown Prince of Saudi did. Right now in Saudi Arabia, there is theater, there is singers, there is a music, there's women, they can drive their cars, there are women, they can fly, and nobody can stop the changes coming. And if you ask those people, they will say to you, you are Muslim. If you ask the Crown Prince, he say, Alhamdulillah, but obviously he is not. Because you're a prophet, as a liar, he said, that my people in time will come. He's prophesying. Which is funny, he was listening to music in his time too. He's a hypocrite. He have a dancing girls, dancing in his house, and when Abu Bakr he enter, he says, A'udhu billah, I seek refuge by Allah. The instrument of shaitan in the house of the prophet? Hypocrite Muhammad. He told them that the machine of music are instrument of the shaitan, but he was having it and girls were dancing for him. And look what your prophet he said, another additional proof that Muhammad is a fraud. People among my nation will drink wine calling it by other name, and a musical instrument will be played for them, and singing girls will sing for them. Allah will cause the earth to swallow them up and will turn them into pigs and monkeys. Will name for me one Abdul who do nothing in his life. He's a singer. Not only he is, look, listen, forget about those who watch music from the Muslims. A Muslim singers, there's tons of them, tens of thousands. He is a singer, that's what he do. Dancing girls, he sing and music. And there's millions of people who watch them. Why Allah is not doing what he promised, that he will make you a pig and a monkey? Can you name for me one Muslim he listened to music and because of that Allah made him a pig and monkey? Obviously Muhammad is a fraud and he's a liar. Now you will say to me, you are giving the hadith out, taking the hadith out of context. What context is in front of you? So they cannot answer, they cannot refute, they come with stupid answers. Out of context. Everything for them is out of context. Even if we show them what the Quran interpretation is saying. Can you tell us the story, the hypocrite Muhammad getting caught watching dance? Sure, yeah. Let us see. Let us show you the hadith. Give me a second. So he forbid you from music, but Muhammad he have girls, slaves, who they are dancing, playing music for him. Now the Muslim they will say, oh, they are not dancing. Let us see. We need to find it in English so you can read. Let's see. Do you see it? This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Once Abu Bakr came to her, to who? To Aisha, of Eid al-Fitr or Al-Adha, they are not sure. But anyway, both are the same, by the way. Because Muslim, in both occasions, they do Adha. Adha means sacrifice. Muslims are very confused about what is Adha. Adha, when you sacrifice, is called Adha. In both occasions, you sacrifice as a pagan. And yet you claim that you are following Abraham. The fact this has nothing to do with Abraham. People of Abraham are forbidden from slaughtering camels. You do. You have nothing to do with them. Then, was with her, and there were two girls, singers with her, singing songs of the Ansar about the day of Al-Ba'th. Abu Bakr said twice, musical instrument of shaitan. But the Prophet said, leave them, Abu Bakr. Leave them. Every nation, for every nation has Eid, which means have a holiday. I thought singing and singing girls will take you to hell. But in the house, and this is why you see Ibn Abu Bakr saying, not me. Now they will say to me, Abu Bakr is working for me. Abu Bakr is the one who said, musical instrument in the house of the Prophet, musical instrument of shaitan. He did not just say musical instrument in the house of shaitan. So how the music is from the shaitan, and then those girls are playing a musical instrument and they are singing. And look here, you see in the story, obviously there is a musical instrument. But the Muslim did not mention it, but Abu Bakr he did. Because why Abu Bakr will say musical instrument if there is none? There is. In different hadith it says they were playing with a drum. And those, who are those girls? They are slave girls, as usual. And what is the excuse? لِكُلِّ قَوْمٍ عِيد. For every nation have a holiday. Okay, well, so your nation can bring the dancing girls in the day of Eid? And look, in the same story here, suddenly we find the instrument. Do you see the instrument? Look, they were beating daf. Daf is a drum. Do you see it? In the other translation, it doesn't show. So not only singing, they are playing music. So for you, if you listen to music, you go to hell. For Muhammad having slaves, it's okay, right? Anyway, I'm not going to, as I said, I will keep this video as short as I can. I'm so happy for this gentleman. And as you see, as we promised you, we did not record anything. I always keep my promise. And I hope soon we will have him discussing more about the Bible. And, we will wait and see. For now, he is out of Islam. We are so happy for him. We are so happy for his sister. She start, she was so excited. She was so happy, like, almost she is crying that he is out of Islam. She said now, and then after that he left. He was really upset. He left and she talked to me. She said now at least we can talk to him to accept the Bible, because now he is gone out of the cult of Islam. She said to me, you should see his face when you showed him that verse. You should see his face. He could not believe it. And the funny, he said that he heard this verse before. You see, They heard those verses before, but they never notice how stupid they are. Because some people, they don't notice really. They read, but they don't, you know, they don't notice what's wrong with this. This is stupid. And actually, this is what I think made him upset, because he saw this verse, God knows how many times before. But he never noticed there is something stupid. A guy, he died, and he was dying standing for a year, and nobody noticed that he is dead. And why? Because Allah don't want the genie to know. But this guy is a king. He's not even a normal person. He's a king. He have a kingdom. He have, supposedly, according to Islam, Solomon, he have one of the biggest kingdom in. He controlled the whole earth almost, according to the Quran. He controlled the genie, the shaitan. All the shaitan is under his command because he have a ring. And actually, if you go to Ibn Kathir, just to show you how stupid the story can go, you know, that shaitan, he stole the ring of Solomon, and because of that, he was able to take the place of Solomon. This is why if you go, it says in the Quran, in different chapter, وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا سُلَيْمَانَ, and we tested Sulaiman. How he tested him? Go and read Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari. You will die laughing. Allah, he made shaitan steal the ring of Solomon. When he went to the bathroom, he gave it to his wife. And then his wife, her name is Al-Jarada. So the shaitan, he came to the wife, and he told her, he came to her as a Sulaiman. He looked like a Sulaiman. Look how shaitan can clone. In Islam, you cannot trust anything. Shaitan, he can look like Sulaiman. Allah, he can make someone look like Jesus. Jibreel, he looked like Dihya al-Kalbi. He come to Muhammad as his boyfriend. Everything is a cloning. You cannot trust anyone. If a Jibreel come to you, maybe it's shaitan. Muhammad, he received satanic verses because a shaitan, he looked like Jibreel came to him. So now the poor Sulaiman, he went to the bathroom because Allah forbid him from taking the ring of Allah with him to the bathroom. You cannot take it with you. Should poo-poo, you know, no way. You lose the power of magic there, because poo-poo and magic, they don't work together. So he leave the ring with his wife outside. And then the shaitan, he come to his wife. And he looked like Sulaiman. He said to her, okay, I'm done from the bathroom. You know, and he was lifting up his pant, you know. Give me a ring. So she gave him the ring. He wore the ring. He became the king. I mean, even Harry Potter don't have that. If you watch the ring of the Lord of the Ring, I mean, Muhammad is so much foolish. You know, those are stories for the Jews, the Legion of the Jews. You can go, there's a book, it's called The Legion of the Jews. Go and read it. The guy, he took the ring, and then he became a king. And then how he got the ring again? And not only that, actually the story can go farther. It says in the tafsir that shaitan, after that, he started having sex with his wives. Brother, shaitan was having sex with the, yeah, because now he became Solomon. So he started having boom boom with the wives of Sulaiman. And how the wives of Sulaiman, they noticed that this is not Sulaiman? Simply because they noticed that this man, he's so powerful and boom boom. And if you read the interpretation, you will see how much confused the Muslims are. Each one of them, he's trying to give interpretation to make it fit with it. At-Tabari, Ibn Abbas, crazy, you know, crazy. And when Sulaiman wives, they noticed that shaitan is so good in boom boom, they told the elders that he's so good in boom boom. What happened to him? The guy never give up. Like dragon, non-stop. So he's, you know, the elder, they gather together and they decide this is no way that this is Sulaiman. And look how they discovered that this not. So Allah did not tell the wives that this guy is sleeping with you is not Sulaiman. No, he did not. He left shaitan sleeping with them. And now the Muslim, they will say to me, this is a story we don't approve. Yeah, right. This is a story written in your books. Chapter 38, verse number 34. What a garbage. Fiction stories. Shaitan was doing boom boom to the wives of the prophet, and then how the prophet Solomon, who found his ring, he started working as a putter to carry stuff for rich people who buy grocery. And then once he took the grocery from a rich person carrying his fish, he went to his house, and then the guy, he tell him, how I pay you? He said, give me 2 fish. Solomon, he took the fish, he cut the fish, he found the ring inside the fish. And then, brother, after he found the ring inside the fish, brother, he became a king again, because he cut the fish, he found the ring. Then he wore the ring and he became a king. And now the Muslim, they will tell me, you are taking the story out of context. Now, what we are showing here, hold on. 38, 34, sorry. 38, 34, hold on. Yeah, this is 14. He found the ring, huh? You are taking it out of context, hello? Actually, let us see if we can find something in English. And by the way, the genie, the shaitan who took the place of Sulaiman, his name is Sakhr, which means rock. Look. Oh boy. So now, you know, restoring the kingdom, okay, because he had married a woman solely from out of his desire for her. She used to worship idols. So Sulaiman, he married a kafir woman. Okay, she worshiped idols. Now he control of his kingdom, and in the lay of in his ring. True story, true story. In one occasion, needing to withdraw to relieve himself, you want to go to the bathroom? He took it off and left it to this woman, which is his wife, and who his name was Al-Amina. Look, the name, he is different from Al-Jarada, as it was a custom. It's a custom to take off your ring, give it to your wife before you go to the bathroom. It's a custom. But the jinn, like, you know, he took the form of Sulaiman, and he came to her, and he seized from her, and we cast upon his throne lifeless body, etc. The story. I mean, what is this, man? Genie taking the ring, became the king. What a potato tomato story. And now what they will say to me, you are taking it out of context. This is your interpretation. I'm just reading. This is not my interpretation. What we will see if we go to Ibn Kathir here. Let us see. Let us see. And Sulaiman, we tested him. And we placed somebody in his throne. Let's see. I mean, you can read it yourself. What is Djupet called? And actually, there is a story here in the Kathir. It shows you that Muhammad is a mentally ill person. Let me show you this hadith. Let us show it in better font. Muhammad was praying, and suddenly he started acting weird, extending his hands to grab something. Crazy man. So look at this. The messenger of Allah stood praying, and we heard him saying, I seek refuge with Allah from you. Then he said, I curse you with the curse of Allah. Muhammad is out of control. This is during the time of the prayer. People, they were surprised what he's saying. Talking to who? They see nobody. And he said it 3 times. Hey, Trinity religion, the Trinity of Islam. Why he is cursing him 3 times? The name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Why one will not work? 3 times. And then he stretched out his hands as if it to take something. When he finished the prayer, all of this Muhammad did not notice what he's doing. Muhammad, obviously, he is a satanic possessed. The guy is a prophet of Allah, praying to Allah. Suddenly he starts saying things. He's trying to capture somebody, trying to hold somebody and say, hey, I curse you by Allah. What happened? I thought if you recite Quran, shaitan will not come to you, genie will not come to you. Suddenly shaitan is coming to Muhammad even during the time of the prayer. And the followers of Muhammad, they say to him, we heard you say something in your prayer we never heard you saying before. So is that a new prayer? And we saw you stretch out your hands. He said, the enemy of Allah, shaitan, came to me with the brand of fire. He threw fire at him in my face. So I said, I seek refuge with Allah from you 3 times. Then I wanted to take hold of him and capture him so the children, they can, spit at him and play with him. True story. So, you're taking it out of context. You are taking the hadith out of context. I did not say anything. I just read the story. You are taking it out of context. I did not say anything. It's your prophet speaking in his prayer, cursing shaitan and trying to catch him, extending his hands. I did not say anything. It is them who ask him what you were saying, what you were doing. You said something strange. And they told him what he said. He said, oh, I was trying to get hold of him. He came and he had fire. He threw fire at me. You are taking it out of context. And even the Muslim, they agree that Muhammad was under shaitan control. Not only he was, according to Muslims, he was under black magic, as they claim, but Muhammad, he said clearly that he have a shaitan. But this shaitan, he command Muhammad to do good things. Read carefully. There is none among you whom there is not attached to a form of a jinn, devil. See, Muslim put the word devil, not me. Muslim, don't say I am the one who added the word devil. I did not. They, the companion, they said, O Messenger of Allah, with you too? He said, thereupon he said, yes, 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 yes. But Allah help me against him, so I am safe from him. And he does not command me, but for good. Muhammad admit that shaitan command him. Who is commanding shaitan? Muhammad. What kind of command? Good command. You tell me how the devil give good command. And do Muhammad receive command from Allah or from shaitan? That is a good question. In different hadith, the Muslims, they went farther, and the wives of the Prophet and Muhammad confirm that Muhammad was mentally ill. Muslim, they call him black magic. Scientists, they say mentally ill. I say properly he was possessed by the devil. Read with me. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Aisha, she said, the Prophet was bewitched, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not. So how in the world we can trust Muhammad receiving Quran? How in the world we can trust Muhammad seeing angels? How in the world we can trust Muhammad saying anything? The guy, he is mentally ill in the best scenario. if he is not possessed by the devil, if his own family witness that he is mentally ill or he is under the control of shaitan. Right? Can you make one of yours? Well, there is moderator. Don't we have moderator? Anyway. Look what Muhammad he said here, or Aisha she said, that even Muhammad he used to have imaginary sex. Aisha she said, the Prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining that he had boom boom with his wife, but in fact he did not. Do you see it? So do we need really more proof that this man is either mentally ill or he is under he said shaitan, he commanded him good. He said that he saw shaitan throwing a fire. He said he want to capture him, but he remember he Suleiman, the story of Suleiman, so he let him go. And actually in different story, he captured him for real, and then he let him go in different story. I mean, this guy is mentally ill, crazy. He cannot even recite the same story twice. And even the Quran cannot recite the Quran twice. So he come with a story saying that Allah, you know, he will make better verses. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He say this: whatever verses we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring one similar to it or better. Allah will make you forget the Quran to make you similar Quran. How stupid is that? Hey Muhammad, I will give you know, you remember the verse that says you can eat a cheese and you can watch striptease in the heaven of the god of the bees. Okay, forget this verse. I will give you something better. You can eat a cheese and watch striptease in the heaven of the bees, of the god of the bees. So why you made me forget the first one if the second one is the same? It says similar. It says in the front of you similar. And how Allah will make Quran better than the Quran? What, Allah went to school and he studied, but the story, no, not like that. The foolish Muhammad, he cannot repeat the same story twice. So what he do? He claimed that Allah, yes, and he changed his mind too. So he claimed that Allah will give him something better. You see? It says here, we cause to be forgotten. Do you see it? Muslim, they cannot say, no, he did not forgot. Cause to be forgotten. He forgot the Quran. That you mute the mic? Well, you have to find, I have thousands of people who call me who don't mute their mic, unless they are a bunch of kids saying stupid things. You see, I have a limited of patience with people. If you are just a kid, not only I will mute the mic, I will hang up on you because you are just a kid. If I talk about this, you talk about something else, why not? I called the potato Mimi hijab. In less than 3 minutes, he hung up on me 7 times. And he did not let me ask anything. He was just playing video. Did you say that? So don't play the game. Your prophet, he don't mute people when they ask him a question. He killed them. And we have tens of thousands who people have called me, and it's on the internet. As long as they speak with respect, speak like adult, I never mute them. The excuse if you mute, and not only that, listen, if you are a sheikh and you have a long beard, I promise you I will never hang up on you. And not only that, I promise you the one who hang up first is the coward, he is the loser. Just call me. Keep it away from being personal. Speak about a topic, and I will stay with you until tomorrow. So, all of this is garbage. And who can deny that this is garbage? And if you go and read the interpretation, even the Muslim, they make it more stupid when they explain it. If you go to the interpretation of chapter number 2, verse 106, we will find this. Read carefully with me and laugh. Why Allah he gave Muhammad this verse? The people of Quraysh, they said to Muhammad, look at this Muhammad. He got something in the morning. He ordered his followers something in the morning, and then he changed his mind afternoon. He changed what? He changed what? He changed his mind in less than 24 hours. Read carefully. When the disbelievers began to deride the matter of abrogation, saying that one day Muhammad enjoined his companion that one thing, and the next day, the next day, he forbid it. Isn't it a clear sign that he had mental illness? How in the world you tell them, this is Allah told me to do this? Second day in the morning, you change it. You see, if you accept this thing to be true, that's mean Allah is stupid. It's not Muhammad who is stupid, it's Allah. Because if Allah, when Allah, he made an order and he gave it to Muhammad and he's not sure it's good, so later he find out after he said, oh man, I made a mistake. Bring me this verse. I will give it to Muhammad already. Jibreel, you give it to him? Oh boy. Okay, you know what? We will cause him to forget it so we can give him something similar or better. I'm using fake hadith. This is Quran, you idiot. Guys, I'm using fake hadith. All right. What a bunch of kids. You see, I'm using fake hadith. It's in front of them. This is fake hadith. Muslims, all of them, they are fake. When they speak about their prophet, they are fake. They lie about their prophet. They write books. They're scholars. They are fake. Here we go. The Muslims are saying that. Right? They agree that Muslims, they lie about their religion. Wonderful. Because if those are fake hadith, they are written by who? By the fake Muslims, right? And the Quran written by fake Muslims. Because there's no real Muslims. All of you are fake. And your Quran says that. Where is the hadith about the guy he said? Here we go. Fake hadith. Everything is fake. Their books is fake. The Quran is fake. The Prophet is fake. So they are used to fake. And because they are used to fake, anything is fake. So what we answer you, anything you say to us, it doesn't matter what you say. We say it's fake. Or the Prophet says it's fake. The Quran says it's fake. The Hadith says it's fake. Interpretation, it's fake. So you are following fake prophet because everything in the books is fake. So you don't have who is the prophet. You have fake stories, according to you. So what religion you follow? The fake books of Islam? Actually, I agree with him. You see, even the Quran is recited to the Muslims by a guy, his name is Hafs. You see, the Muslims, they don't have the physical Quran. The Muslim, they say the Quran preserved. This is a big fat lie. If you open the first page in the Quran, it says this book is written according to recitation of Hafs, Ibn Asim, etc., 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 from, all the way to Muhammad. But Asim exists more than 200 years after Muhammad. It is a recitation, riwayat, qira'at. So where is the Quran? And then they say to you that Hafs was a liar. I have a video about it, go watch it. And then the Muslim, they say, the guy who said Hafs is a liar, he is not trustworthy. It's not one guy, it is tons of guys. And they are big names, big scholars. They say he is a fraud. So even your Quran is coming from a fraud. And his father, his stepfather, Asim, is a fraud too. Anyway, guys, we thought we will make it short, but we are so happy for this gentleman who he asked me not to use the word stupid when I speak about the Quran, to prove the Quran wrong. And then he himself, he admit that this is stupid. So I'm so happy for you, my friend. I'm so glad that you left Islam, and we are, I'm so excited to see you soon. I respect this gentleman very much and his family. We pray for them. I'm very thankful for his sisters to bring their brother to speak to me, and we pray that soon their brother will join them, and because soon the three of them, I hope they will have their own baptism, because the sister, they do not have baptism yet. They accepted the Christ, but did not get baptized yet. So we pray for them that they will see the salvation. We pray that the whole family will become a believing family. That will become very lovely to see such a thing. And I'm very grateful for the sister to bring her brother. She is very brave. She did not hide from him that she became a Christian and she believed, and she was doing her best, but he don't want to listen. But 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes, and the 5 minutes was more than enough to make him leave Islam, because he was decent, he was honest, and he don't want to play games. So I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. Don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. And 5 minutes, use that verses in the Quran. Anyone remember what verse we spoke about? Who remember the verse? What verse we're talking about? Chapter 34, verse number 14. Chapter 34, verse number 14. No Muslim can refute this unless he is going to just go in denial that God, he made a man dead, and nobody noticed that he is dead because he was leaning on his stick. For how long? For a year. Nobody can get away with this. Doesn't matter how much games he tried to play. Doesn't matter. And this is the let me give you the link for the reference. You can save Ibn Kathir to your bookmark and show it to your friend that how this man he died for a year and nobody noticed that he is dead until the ants, they ate his stick, and then people notice. I mean, a guy who died, he need to go to the bathroom. Nobody noticed that the guy don't go to the bathroom. Nobody noticed that this guy, okay, a guy is standing for 1 year, not moving. I mean, and nobody noticed, brother. Nobody noticed. The wives, the ministers, the command of the army, the cook, the servants, the one who do clean the room, nobody noticed. I mean, the guy standing in the middle of the room. So normal, it's normal. You know, there's a guy standing in the middle of the room for a year. So what? I mean, that happened all the time, you know. But the bad termite is the one who caused him to fail. Bad termite. See, it looked like Sulaiman, he was suffering from termite too. Even he have the most nice palace, but termite is all over his. I mean, okay, people, they are coming inside the room and the termite are eating the steak, which means there's thousands of ants all over him. And nobody notice? Let us go with the stupid story. As long the termite are eating the steak, and those servant and genie and wives and everybody enter the room, nobody noticed that there's thousands of ants all over him eating his steak? Nobody noticed them. True story. I mean, it's very convincing. And we are, you know, Islam and science, Quran and science. That is the science of Allah. Thank you very much for being here. Download the video before we take it down. As you know, we don't keep videos on our channel. Subscribe, and this is one of my small channel. This is not the major one. Put that in your mind. So if we change it, if we move, you should always know how to find us. You can find us in Patreon, because this is where I post the last update for my broadcast. Thank you, and remember, we love the Muslims. You know, we are not against you as a Muslim. As you see, we Muslims, they come to us, we speak to them. You know, I really love them. I really appreciate having, you know, there is something nice about many Muslims. You know, there's some people, they are like, you can find them in YouTube, etc. They are very deceiving, very liars, etc. But Muslims in general, there's many of them, they are wonderful people. And those wonderful people, they can make a wonderful Christians. And we appreciate those wonderful people. They are peaceful. They don't believe in terror. They don't believe in violence. They don't believe in killing. They don't believe in harming others. So don't judge everybody by the cover of the book. There's people who they have nothing to do with Islam, but their name is Muhammad. What he can do? I mean, he's born in a family, is Muslims. Okay, they give me a name. My name is Muhammad. What I can do? So we as a Christian, we should love everybody. Remember, even criminals can change. Even criminals can change. God can change people. Yes, he can. There's many people, they used to be in jail and they switch upside down. They used to be criminals. They used to be killers. God can change the heart of a human being. So pray for those who their heart is hard. Their heart is very hard. So they will see the truth, and the truth will set them free. Don't hate them, because hate is our enemy. It's not the Muslims, it is hate. We are fighting hate. We should love the Muslims, not to hate them, because the second you start hating them, you became like Muhammad. And this is what Muhammad he want. This is why Muhammad he said in chapter 5 verse 51, take not the Christians and Jews as friends. Why? Because he don't want us to see Christians and Muslims being friends. He don't want that. This is dangerous for him, for he is the devil. If a Christians became a friend to Muslims and Muslim became a friend to Christians, then there's no bloodshed and there's no evil. And Muhammad will not accept that. He wants you to hate the Muslims, and he wants the Muslims to hate us, so we kill each other, and Muhammad and his Satan enjoy watching. So we should not let that happen. If a person is a good person, well, he's a good person. From their fruit you shall know them, not from their names. There's people who claim to be Christian, but they are evil. From their fruits you shall know them. But in the same time, we shall not forget that only the Messiah, he can save you. Being good is not enough, for nobody is good in this earth. When we say good, this is relative to each other. But in reality, all human beings are sinners and need salvation. So being good is just relative to someone else. Like, you are better than me, you know, let's say you are more decent than me, but doesn't make you still decent, because no decency enough to save you from sin you did. Already you are a sinner. Already you are like a filthy rag. So only Christ can save you. And when we speak about decency, we say this person, he have a decent heart, which means he do his best to be good. But no man is good, save God. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. And until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And I hope to be back maybe tomorrow or the day after. Take care. In his name we leave you in peace, and we pray for you all, Christian, Muslims, Hindus, atheists, everybody. We pray for the Messiah to save you from all illness. We pray for the Messiah to keep you in good health and wealth, and we pray for the Messiah to save us all from the evil and all what the evil can be, whatever evil can be. In his name we pray. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Take care.